He too has been dispatched for a boundary in the very first ball he's bowled. They're cruising along at this stage. Kamalata is playing a captain's knock at the moment. Anil on the other end, he's been very impressive so far. He'll need to take his chances, Ronak Paloli. He'll need to slow down. Of course, he's just bowled his first over, so early days. But his strategy has to be he needs to toss the ball up. Try to ensure they go for a big shot. That's the only way they can try to pick up wickets, because if they go on to pick up singles and doubles, it's going to be pretty much done and dusted. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, thick outside edge, and Ronak thinks that he had a serious case of picking up a wicket for his team, but fortune favouring the brave, getting a couple of more runs without taking any risks of any sorts. They've already gotten 7 runs in the first 3 deliveries. Nicely done, but there is a fielder, so red dot delivery. Surely they're missing the services of Niranj Keswani, and left arm spinner has done so well. So with Ronak Paloli, if ever so you had Niranj, maybe the story would have been different. It's been very economical so far in this tournament. They'll come back for the second eventually. Good running, and that's what we've seen so far in this innings. 97 for no loss. Nadir has been brought back into the attack, and I think he is on the verge of picking up his first wicket. In fact, he does. So Kamalata, yeah, he's not very happy with himself, because I don't think so this was required. The way they were batting, just they could have enjoyed this outing, because they're almost home. 61 is all they need. But he took his chances, which eventually didn't go in his favour, and Rice takes a good catch. It's 97 for 1. Yeah, if ever so you would want somebody to bat at this stage of the game, it has to be Shihal Dilshan, who's very compact. He's a technical batter. He's somebody who'll look to play along the carpet. Won't really expect him to play aerial at any stage of the game. He's somebody who'll really just look to pick up the singles and doubles. And straight away, he wants to get off the strike. In fact, he will, because of a misfield. opens his account with a single. So yeah, Nadir Hussain, he is somebody who can be very economical, but the only issue is that they don't have any runs to work with. I mean, if they're going to decide from this stage that let's just stay right till the end, I think they will finish off this game before 17th over, 16th over. Nicely done. Anil Palekar, he's just continuing his great form. And this is the problem now. The margin of error becomes very minimal on these surfaces. Where you ball short, you give width. And that is a classical cut once again by Anil Palekar. Gets to his 60s now. Another match-winning performance. Yeah, the idea was right. You could see that he bowled the slower one, back of the hand delivery. But Anil was equal to the task. He read what he was on about. Gets a single. That's all they need. Singles and doubles will do the job. 55 only needed. It's at the moment looking pretty much a one-sided encounter. Well, it's a funny game. You never know. I mean, if they get 2 or maybe 3 wickets, yeah, it's a bit too much to ask for, I believe. But you never know. Still, there's 54 runs needed. Well, just to remind our viewers, if ever so you're wondering when is the grand finale of this tournament, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's tomorrow here in the Tolerance Oval, Abu Dhabi, where the stage will be set. Now that's up in the air. This could be a chance. Oh, in fact, just marginally clearing the fielder, and for a moment, we thought that he had a genuine case to grab this catch, but it wasn't going to be all that easy. He is a tall man, though, Wali, but still not able to stop this to go for another maximum. So, runnable is exactly what they need. 110 for 1. It's going to be Ronak to continue. Was slightly expensive in the first over. Pretty much looking to be a one-sided encounter at the moment. It has been one-way traffic. Oh, he's asking the question, Ronak, but only easy decision for the umpire. Beautifully nudged away. Yeah, they can afford to play quite a few dot deliveries. It doesn't really matter because the match is pretty much in their hands. Shehan Dilshan can just have a good little practice from here onwards, because the way they're batting, they are, I think they're having one leg into the grand finale. 47 is all they need. Ample of time. 9 wickets in their hands. Nothing happening at all from this wicket. Was a risky stroke. Anil Palekar just using the crease and rocking back at the back foot. Too close to cut, but still, I mean, somebody who's batting in his 60s, I think he should be seeing the ball extremely well. Inside out. Well, that is not an easy shot to execute, but Anil Palekar is making it look so simple. He's literally toying around with the bowlers. Yeah, you need to have special talent to go on to execute these kind of strokes. And Anil Palakar, well, this man, he's been mighty impressive in this innings, and he needed to go big. And again, now he seems to be in a hurry. He wants to get done with this game and take his team over to the line and take them to the grand finale. Yeah, he's taken his chances, Ronak Paloli, but it was way too full. And also, it wasn't the right line as well. So it's 121 for 1. Rais Ahmed, of course, he's not a regular bowler. But here he is. He can just roll his arms over, maybe try to get a wicket. But so far, things are not looking all that good. Royals are on the verge of losing the semi-finals. Yeah, I think they've now given up. It's just 33 runs needed in the last 40. And hats off to Anil Palakar for playing such a valuable innings for his team. And now also Shehan joining the party gets a boundary. So yeah, we've had such an exciting tournament so far. The wait is now over. Of course, the stage is set for the finals tomorrow. And only one team will rise above the rest. We'll expect high intensity action because, of course, we know our first team. It is 7 districts. So we'll soon find out who is our second finalists. But yeah, whosoever you're supporting, I mean, I think it's going to be electrifying. The atmosphere here in the Toronto Soul. You will see a lot of families, friends, and spectators coming down and watching the game of cricket. I do believe it's going to be an absolute nail biter. 7 districts against Dubai Royals or either Abu Dhabi Smashers. By the looks of it so far, it looks like so far it is Abu Dhabi Smashers who are having a great chance. Just 31 is all they need. They should not go on to lose from this stage, having 9 wickets in their hands. Beautifully placed, nicely done. It's a single to retain strike in the next over. It's 128 for 1. Wally has been brought back into the attack. Nicely played. Singles will do the job for them. Oh, a bit of a fumble will allow them to come back for the second. Not the best of fieldings yet again. You can sense they know that the match is gone out of their hands. Plenty was expected from this game. I mean, we did see such a nail biter yesterday. What a fantastic game of cricket. In the first semi-final, 7 against GSK Properties, and I think that has to go down as one of the best games we've seen in this tournament so far. Yeah, we've had some memorable games in this tournament. Who can forget of Gorilla 11 against Dubai Royals? We saw the heroics of Yahya Ali, that team led by Sher Azam. That's one team which has really impressed us all here in the box, at least. And then who can forget that match? Abu Dhabi Smashers against 7 Districts. Will we now talk about that game? It's a direct hit. They're asking the question, but he's made it safely. Good throw by Mayank, but no real problems. Yeah, just to remind our viewers, if ever so you're wondering, have these teams played against each other? And the answer is yes. And who can forget that match? Abu Dhabi Smashers against 7 Districts. 20 runs were needed in the last over. It was Abu Dhabi Smashers chasing that score. And, oh, that's a fine shot once again. Excellent control by Shehan. And the key was that he kept his eyes on the ball. And of course, he knew where the field is. Yeah, good balance and composure gets amounted to his name. So yeah, who can forget that game where 7 Districts, they had to defend 20 runs in the last over. It was Wahab Hassan. He was asked to bowl the last over, and Farooq Momin was the hero alongside Zain, but he scored a very valuable 4 runs just before the last over. So 20 runs in the last over were scored, and it was Abu Dhabi Smashers. They won that game against 7 Districts. So maybe redemption time for them if Abu Dhabi Smashers go on to qualify. Of course, they need to chase this 22 runs first. But what it looks like, it just seems, I think now it will be Abu Dhabi Smashers who will go on to once again play their arch rivals, 7 Districts. And what a game are we expecting those two teams? Every time they collide, there is so much energy in the middle. Two teams who will come out all guns blazing. And by the looks of it, it looks like it will be Abu Dhabi Smashers qualifying alongside 7 Districts. It's 137 for 1. Race will continue. 20 is all they need. Plenty of overs to go. Mayank Chaudhary, I think we need to give him a lot of credit. He batted beautifully. He was the only one who fought well. Abdul Ghaffar also playing a very handy 31. And none of the other batters could take the charge, took the responsibility. Rais Ahmed, so much was expected from him. Not with the ball. He doesn't really ball much. Consistently winning games. Just a 1 loss, and that too against Abu Dhabi Smashers. Now this is up in the air. Should be taken. Easy catch, but already the damage has been done. 82 in just 49. What a tremendous knock by Anil. Rais Ahmed somehow has picked up a wicket, but the only question is that, is it too late? Because they need only 18 runs and they have 8 wickets in their hands. It's 140 for 2.